Coming up on this edition of the Newsfeed.
Mental health awareness is growing. Find out how one local school district takes a unique approach to the problem coming up.
The rain may have finally returned to the New River Valley, but is the drought threat over? We have a report next.
And Virginia Tech celebrates Indigenous Peoples Day. Hear from one of the student organizers who made it happen.
All that and more on this edition of the Newsfeed. Hello, and thanks for joining us for this edition of the Newsfeed. I'm Denasia Dunaville.
And I'm Henry Scott.
Mental health is a growing concern across the nation for young people. Newsfeed reporter Stephanie Campbell explains how one local school district is addressing the issue.
Recently, the Montgomery County School Board implemented a new policy that allows students as well as faculty and staff to take mental health days. These mental health days will be incorporated into their sick day absentee allotment, meaning that students will still need a note from their parents in order for it to be excused. Gunin Karan, a member of the school board, explains why the decision to approve these mental health days was unanimous.
We read the statistics, we read the research, and everybody is so stressed out and so many worries, and we just want to make sure we do the right things for the kids and the staff so everybody will function well and happy and healthy. So hopefully that will help. The policy will help.
To fully understand what these days could possibly mean for students, faculty, and staff, local lead clinician from ThriveWorks, Courtney Hebden, shares her views on mental health.
It's really, really important to be aware of what's happening with your mental health and how you can improve it overall, be that in therapy with just wellness and lifestyle factors, and making sure that it is something that you're keeping your eye on.
Hopefully, Montgomery County's new policy will give students, faculty, and staff the time they need to focus on their mental health. Reporting for the Newsfeed, I'm Stephanie Campbell.
Many hope that this new policy will improve mental health in Montgomery County.
October marks Breast Cancer Awareness Month as a time to educate people about the disease and raise funds for finding a cure. Blacksburg comes together to raise awareness by hosting fundraising events and ornamenting lampposts with the pink ribbons. Newsfeed reporter Stephen Boone has more.
The town of Blacksburg is covered in pink as Breast Cancer Awareness Month is in full effect. Charities, organizations, and the community have partnered together during the month of October to raise awareness of breast cancer and the ways to prevent its development, garnering support from the loved ones and those afflicted by the disease.
So many people know someone. So all these people walk in, it may not have been like their mom or their grandma, but they may know of somebody. So it's just in support of just saying, we know that this is here. And then also it reminds other people they may go home and do a breast exam and it could save them, save their lives.
One such event was the Bra Dazzle competition, which had the fashion merchandising students of Virginia Tech and members of the community design a 34C bra based around the theme fighting breast cancer. Once all the bras were completed, they were hung up across downtown Blacksburg in local businesses, where people could then come in to vote for the bra by placing money in the corresponding boxes. The bras were later displayed at the Pretty in Pink Happy Hour event at Kent Square on October 17th. The community gathered to raise money for breast cancer awareness, something that Bra Dazzle participant Angela Beckett feels is an important topic to bring up.
Just getting people out and getting people to come and interact with either survivors or other people that are just in this part of this community of people that are affected by it, which is a lot, unfortunately. It's a big deal.
Proceeds of the Pretty in Pink Happy Hour event will be donated to breast cancer research, going towards the Virginia Breast Cancer Foundation. Reporting to you for the Newsfeed, I'm Stephen Boone.
To learn more, check out the National Breast Cancer website at www.nationalbreastcancer.org.
There is a new drone delivery service now available in Christiansburg. Wing opened their delivery service this past weekend. The service delivers to the New River Valley Mall, Christiansburg High School, Belmont Christian Church, and the neighborhoods by Peppers Ferry Road. The drones can travel up to 6 miles and not incur a delivery fee. Daryl Grant, a Christiansburg resident and student at Virginia Tech, offers his thoughts on the new drone system.
I think it's pretty cool, to be honest. Basically, I think Amazon was the first ones to introduce like the drone delivery service thing. So personally speaking, like, this is an innovation here. I think everybody's going to love it. They should. Like, come on, it's faster versus having to wait for UPS and them taking 6 years with your package, or FedEx ended up stealing your package or something like that. Just have a drone come drop it off, and makes life convenient for everyone.
The deliveries for Christiansburg will be the first in the country, according to Wing.
Virginia Tech recently unveiled their largest fundraising campaign in the school's history. Newsfeed reporter Taylor Caskey elaborates on the university's 8-year plan.
As the number of students continues to grow at Virginia Tech, efforts are being made to enhance many different aspects of the school. What has been called the most ambitious campaign at the university was just recently revealed to hundreds at the Moss Arts Center. Boundless Impact, the campaign for Virginia Tech, was announced in early October and plans to raise $1.5 billion to fuel excellence across the school. Boundless Impact has a larger focus on diversity and inclusion and aims to make scholarships more accessible for future Hokies. I sat down with university spokesperson Mark Ozarski for more details on this campaign.
The understanding that increasing tuition isn't a good idea because it limits the ability for students, perhaps of low income or traditionally underrepresented or underserved families, to come and get an education. Virginia Tech is in the business of access, so we turn to our alumni and say, help us help the next generation of students by giving back.
The campaign aims to fund many different programs, such as achieving the school's diversity and inclusion recruiting goals and funding the university's construction of the Global Business and Analytics Complex in Blacksburg. Senior business major Mackenzie Collins explains why she is excited for the future.
So the GBAC building is going to be great for campus and for Pamplin students. As the world transforms and relies more on technology and data, this facility and complex will really elevate the learning experience here at Virginia Tech.
Board members are relying heavily on alumni to support the school and to give students the opportunities that they deserve. This is Taylor Caskey reporting for the Newsfeed.
The 8-year campaign will benefit programs and departments across Virginia Tech.
The Blacksburg Town Council has agreed with developers to build a new police station and parking garage at the old Blacksburg Middle School. The lot hasn't been used for years now, and plans are finally in the works to make use of the land. A new agreement gave more than $1 million to W.M. Jordan Company to design the new buildings. Cost of the police station is estimated around $16 million, and the parking garage is expected to cost around $9 million. The site will also be developed with new residential and commercial properties. The town is trying to make better use of the land and hopes to bring in more revenue.
We now go to Newsfeed reporter Michael Alaknowitz with an update on southwestern Virginia's unusually dry weather and the countywide burn bans that are in effect.
Thanks, Henry. You can see behind me I have the United States Drought Monitor's state map of Virginia. Now do keep in mind that this map came out on Thursday, so it doesn't account for some of the more recent rainfall that we have been getting. But let's kind of analyze what we have been kind of dealing with lately. If you look towards the Highlands and kind of Harrisonburg area, they have been dry, but if you move south along the 81 corridor near our area out towards Giles, we are having some of that more severe drought out this way. It's pretty consistent across central and southern Virginia as far as a moderate drought, but as you get out towards Richmond, our state's capital, you can see they've been dealing with some of that more severe drought as well. So what does that mean? It means that there is a statewide drought advisory in effect, and that drought advisory follows several months of below average rainfall. Some of the factors contributing to the advisory include low precipitation levels, low stream flows, and low groundwater levels. Additionally, some Virginia localities have burn bans in effect. Peter Corrigan, the senior service hydrologist at the National Weather Service in Blacksburg, says people should be aware of their water usage.
Given that we're officially in this area in Montgomery County in a moderate drought, according to the United States Drought Monitor, people ought to start to be aware of their water usage in general. Even if they're not being personally affected, your personal use of water is important.
The advisory is in effect. Localities are encouraged to protect current water supplies. However, with recent rainfall, counties are slowly lifting their burn bans as the advisory gets closer to being raised. Reporting from the studio, I'm Michael Alaknowitz.
Just ahead on the news feed, Virginia Tech celebrates their first Black Homecoming Week.
And Indigenous Peoples Day debuts this year on Columbus Day. That story and more after this break.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
Welcome back to the news feed. I'm Henry Scott.
And I'm Denasia Dunaville.
Virginia Tech continues to prioritize inclusion on campus. This past Columbus Day was a significant one at Virginia Tech, as the school also recognized the day as Indigenous Peoples Day for the first time. The holiday celebrates and honors Native American culture and commemorates their history. Many students spent the holiday on the drill field to host the Indigenous Peoples Day Awareness Celebration. The Collegiate Times captured photos of Virginia Tech's American Indian and Indigenous community speaking on the importance of their history in America. Students also held up signs to protest Columbus Day. Senior Skylar Adkins, who spends most of his time at the American Indian and Indigenous Community Center in Squires, was at the event. He discussed what it meant to him that the holiday was accepted as an official holiday by the university.
It didn't pass the first year. The next year we kind of beefed it up, and I think it should have passed the year before. So when it came to fruition last February, when all the students came together, a part of Native at VT, it passed unanimously. No problem. So I do appreciate that.
University spokesman said that the school has not considered dropping Columbus Day, which it says stays in line with Virginia Tech's goal of being an inclusive campus. Recognizing Indigenous Peoples Day is a step in the right direction in achieving that goal.
Homecoming week has come to a close at Virginia Tech, but this year, history was made with the first ever Black Homecoming Week. We now join Newsfeed reporter Taylor Kelso in the newsroom. Taylor, what kind of impact does this have on the African American community?
Denasia, this is creating a space of comfortability for the Black community here at the university. And a driving force behind it are students themselves and Black faculty members.
Not so much wanting to have something separate, it's wanting to have something that represents you.
A homecoming experience dedicated to Black students. It's called Sankofa, a Ghanaian symbol meaning you must reach back to reclaim that which is lost in order to move forward.
I didn't even go to the homecoming game last year. I wasn't excited about it. It didn't even attract me. And I felt like so often, I feel like Black culture is just not a thing for campus because we're just so used to the norm, which is typically white culture.
After realizing that the typical homecoming week didn't meet the needs of the African American community, faculty member Kimberly Williams decided to bring Sankofa to campus back in 2018. But her plans were cut short and denied by the university. However, Sankofa didn't stop there. Students picked up the work left behind by Ms. Williams and got the homecoming week approved for the 2019 fall semester. And a specialty faculty member, Dr. Sharnita Lee, joined the efforts.
I typically don't work with undergrads on campus, so it's been great to just see that connection. Now they see a familiar face, and they know if they need a resource that I'm here, and I can see that happening across the board throughout the entire committee.
The Black Homecoming Week gave Black students a chance to feel comfortable in an environment dedicated to them. And Dr. Lee hopes this is something they can continue to feel in the future.
So I think students now know they have more than one person they can rely on. And even better, if they thought they didn't have anyone they now see a person that really will stand with them through the entire week, thick or thin, right?
Some of the events throughout the week included a Black Liberation Talk, a Woke Wednesday group picture, and of course, the much anticipated homecoming concert. Dr. Lee says plans are being made for Sankofa to continue for the next years to come, but for now, we're all recovering from a week full of Hokie pride. Reporting from the newsroom, I'm Taylor Kelso. Back to you in the studio.
That will wrap up this edition of the Newsfeed. If you have a story idea for the Newsfeed, let us know. Send us an email at thenewsfeednrv@gmail.com. And as always, you can also connect with the Newsfeed on Facebook and Twitter.
Thanks for watching. I'm Henry Scott.
And I'm Denasia Deneville.